question diving a little deeper into what we're talking about. How would you then break down karmic patterns? If somebody is like, I want to change, I don't like this behavior or this addiction, or I attract these type of people and relationships, how do you then break those karmic cycles so that you can vibrate to a higher vibration to actually attract what you want?
So first, understand you. I love the way you just put that, because you didn't say someone trapped you or this was imposed upon you. Karma is not punishment. It's not that you're being punished in this lifetime or that this had to be this way from another lifetime. Your soul has things it wants to experience. And again, there is no time. We're in an infinite present. I can't say that strongly enough. And so actually all of your lifetimes are happening simultaneously, and all possible versions of them are happening simultaneously. So if there's a version of you vibrating in a certain pattern that maybe other lifetimes have what may be an addiction, fear, that's fear. Addiction is always judging. I'm not a doctor, you guys. I'm not a psychologist. Addiction is always medicating because you don't feel like you can live up to what you should be or what you think you want to be or what you can be. You're not good enough. Got to medicate it. Not enough. So anyway, and that was an awfully simple way to put that. But the first thing is to step out, realize that the idea that you are trapped in a karmic pattern. Let's let go of that idea, because if what I feeling belief, if what I think is true, feel is true for me, is I'm trapped in a karmic pattern, that's what I'm vibrating in, right? You can only experience what matches your vibration. All I'm going to get is I'm trapped. So the first thing is to let go of that, and start looking at the beliefs underneath. Why? So, for instance, a karmic pattern of, I guess let's go back to that addiction. Okay, clearly, I don't feel okay just being me, raw, so to speak. I need to medicate it. I need to feel okay. I'm allowed to feel that way. First of all, what do I feel? I don't feel safe. I don't feel good enough.
Right.
Okay. We're allowed to feel that, by the way. There's no such thing as a bad feeling. We're allowed to feel that. I have permission to feel that. Well, then we want to go on to, and this is how you might think through it on your own, just sitting, with your coffee in the morning or whatever. Okay, well, what doesn't feel safe to me? Well, I might fail. I should be doing this and I might fail. Well, let's take a look at that. You should be doing that. You should want to do that. Right there, that's a red flag. Spirit, your soul's truth never speaks in shoulds. It's all about potential, inspiration, soul's inspirations. Shoulds are ego, mental. So you start parsing through why? What do I feel is true? Well, I won't be loved if I don't do this. Okay, let's look at that. You won't be loved? Is that really true? Maybe. And I would say that if there's someone around you that you won't be loved by, if you don't do a certain thing, that person needs to not be included in your world anymore. But see where that goes. Why am I including someone in my world that will only love me if I do X and such, right? What it's always going to come down to is I won't love me. I'll judge me as being unlovable. And that's something, and then you just go into spirit and you say, I'm willing to change this. I'm willing to change this understanding and belief about myself and allow it to come to you. I'm not kidding you. This is like, I've used this for years in my classes and with clients in private sessions. Simply asking, and I'll use a capital A because we're asking of our higher self, asking to think and feel and understand differently about this. I am not kidding. And then let it go. What you don't want to do is sit there with that same brain that came up with the problem going, well, Well, no, you just ask and mean it. I'm really, really willing to think, feel, and understand differently. I ask for help, all my guides, my angels, whatever you care to, my inner self, my higher self. I am not kidding. An hour later, 2 hours later, tonight, tomorrow, next week, you'll go, oh, I feel completely different about this. I've changed. Not kidding. It's your intention. It's an intention and allowing the change. You're
Right.
not you're not held by your karmic cycles unless you
That.
buying that story and choose to stay in it till you finally realize that you're bored with it and ready to do something else.
Yes.
Go ahead.
That's very reassuring and very relieving, actually, to hear that, because a lot of times when we hear karma, we attach it to like a negative connotation with our lives and with ourselves. And we tend to think that we are trapped and that we don't have that possibility of getting out. But hearing you speak, it gives listeners and viewers that feel like they're trapped hope that they can get out of these patterns. They have to, one, again, like you said, believe that they're not even in a pattern to begin with.
Yeah, you're not bound by it.
It doesn't exist.
Have you ever seen the card in the tarot deck, the devil card?
Yes.
And I don't do tarot readings, but I'm familiar with the tarot. When you know idea energies and fields and archetypes. I mean, it doesn't matter which thing you're looking at, you get it. But anyway, that devil card almost invariably is shown, or at least that these people are sort of bound with like a collar around their neck with a chain,
Right.
but it's not hooked to anything.
Right.
They just think they are. Right? You are in charge of your experience. And the more you realize that, the more you realize, well, I don't have to subscribe to that belief just because my whole family did, or my culture says I should, or whatever. And karma, but by the way, it's not punishment. It's education. If there's something, blind spots, things we want to experience or need to understand, we'll give ourselves the ways to understand it. And so if there's something going on, actually it's doing you a big favor. It's like, oh, I get to realize something here that I've been holding on to. That's not true. It's not true. Right. But I've been holding on to it like it is and creating my life like it is. Yeah. Anyway.
So